What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. It is cold. It is very cold, but I live in Minnesota, so what can you do? We are back working on the Civic. We're gonna do a cylinder leak down test real quick and go from there. I got new injectors, so I'll probably be cleaning those later on in this video as well, and hopefully they flow test nicely, because for used injectors they were kind of expensive. So we're gonna clean them up, check them, make sure they're good, and yeah, go from there. All right, so this is a cylinder leakage tester tool. I got this one from eBay a few years ago. I've never used it, but I have, when I was working at a different shop, I was using their leak tester. So basically the same thing, but you give each cylinder a specific PSI and it'll tell you how much that cylinder is leaking. So 100% leak is obviously bad. This is what we want right here, because the rings do have a little bit of leeway, especially when they're cold. But yeah, anything like, what is that, 70 and higher is terrible. I'm pretty sure we have at least one or two. For sure one, maybe two, maybe three. I don't know, we'll see. We'll figure it out. So I'm gonna actually start by taking each spark plug out. I should say taking all the spark plugs out. And then after that, I'm gonna take the valve cover off so I can look at the rockers and make sure each rocker is each valve is shut, so that when I put compressed air to that cylinder, everything is closed off except the only variable, which will be, in this case, the cylinder itself. And I got my little portable generator. That thing's not liking the cold at all. But basically, I'm gonna fill that tank up, and then from there we're gonna shut off the compressor, run a consistent whatever PSI that's putting out, and then I'm gonna regulate it on the gauge, and then we will see which cylinder is bad. Oh yeah, let me take off the valve cover. I'll probably jack this wheel up too, so it's a little easier to get to the crank pulley. But yeah, we have a good visual of all the rockers. Alright, we gotta make this quick because I am freezing. It is so cold. The sun is going down, as you can see. It's only like 4 o'clock, but yeah, the sun goes down. Sun goes down super early in the winter here in Antarctica, and once the sun goes down, the temperature drops. So it'll probably be, I don't know, maybe single digits tonight. Right now it's somewhat tolerable, but the temperature has dropped 10 degrees since maybe an hour or two ago. Yep. Let's get this thing jacked up. It's such an issue getting this thing jacked up. It's too low. It's too low. You guys think I should raise it up or keep it this height? Alright, got the car jacked up now. Got the wheel turned. Put this in here on this 17 bolts. on the crank, and we're gonna set up cylinder number 1. Ooh, she's cold. Oh. Okay, so what you're supposed to do is take this end, put it into cylinder 1. That's the one we're working on. It is the right threads. I can feel it cross-threading. Just kidding. And then we take this end now. Bro, this thing is so stiff. Look at that. It is so freezing cold. Oh my gosh, everything is just so stiff. Okay, then we put that on here. And then we wait for the compressor to make noise for 3 seconds, and then we put some leakage to it. Even the compressor's on the verge of giving out. It's so cold. Okay, so you pull it and then you give leakage. That's the wrong spot. That's supposed to be leaking. So let's do 30 psi, and we got 20% leakage. I really need to hook up this big compressor. Back there behind all the junk. This little compressor isn't doing it. Alright, I've come to the conclusion that this gauge is crap. So I'm at 30 some odd psi, 33 psi. Bro, this thing is beyond perfect. In fact, it's pressurizing the system. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, this is crap. I need to get a better one. Alright, we're in the garage. Got the heat rolling. Got a little big red right outside the window. And the machine. So these are the ones that were on the car. These are the new to me ones. And they are incredibly dirty. So we're going to put them in the ultrasonic cleaner, which is also pretty dirty from these. But yeah, we're going to put them in there, clean it out, and see what it does. Alright, so first things first, we're going to just unplug these. Just plug these ones in and submerge them. Whoa, that's way dirtier than I thought. Okay. Okay, new injectors are in there. Yeah, the bottom was just super crusty. I didn't realize how dirty it was, but oh well, dirt's going in there with dirt. I'll clean this out and get fresh fluid for next time. What's going on here? Is he doing anything? He's making all kinds of weird noises. There it is. And I'll get back to you in 19 minutes and 8 seconds. Wow. They cleaned up pretty good. Not bad, not bad. Yeah. Little stuff I gotta wipe off, but at the tip. Very clean. Considering what it looked like before, I'll take it. Okay, so next step now is putting the injectors onto the testing station with the test tubes. Two of the injectors are missing this top O-ring, so I just stole. Well, I put the injectors inside for them to, or I put the injectors inside for the O-ring to warm up, so I was able to pry it off without breaking them, because these injectors are pretty much brand new. Like, they have less than 1,000 miles on them. So yeah, all these O-rings and stuff are pretty good. Oh, here they are. But yeah, put them on these ones, and yeah, next step. All right, new injectors hooked up. We're gonna go for a variable speed test. And does this have time? No. Close this, and let's see what they do. Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta let it prime. Ah. All right, got her to prime. Now let's go to variable speed. Close the trap and let her eat. I'm really hoping these work out. So far, they're looking pretty good. This one was dead. A little bit. Okay, so we'll let the bubbles settle and read out. But just underneath the bubble line, it's looking like 2,450. No, is that right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4. Yeah, so 15 on the first one. 15, 16 on that one. About the same on that, and about the same on that. So we're looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. All right, it's been about 5 minutes or so. I'm back outside with the heater on, believe it or not, and you could still see my breath. But yeah, let's take a look at these injectors. Ooh wee buddy, looking good. All right, so let's go from left to right. We got 30, 30, 29 and a half, 30. Woo! The power of OEM. These were way off. Any more than single digits, Yeah, they're not indexed correctly. These are perfect. Like you almost can't even get any more perfect than that. Lovely. Perfectly splendid. Well, that concludes today's video. I can't do any more today. As you can see, outside is pitch black now. And it is, let's see what time it is. It is 5:30 in the afternoon. It's not even really night yet. It's 5:30 in the afternoon. Pitch black outside. Temperature, oh yeah, I forgot I was going to tell you temperature. When the sun goes down. So it's still 25 degrees. But if the wind chill makes it feel like 15. So, yeah. Yeah, tomorrow should be a warmer day, so I'm gonna try to pull the head tomorrow, and yeah, possibly take one of the pistons out and see what the damage is looking like. Since the machine couldn't really tell me that the leak down machine couldn't really tell me exactly what's going on, I'm just gonna have to basically rebuild the whole engine. I'm gonna slide all the pistons out and see what they look like. Oh, but yeah, that's tomorrow's problem. All right, it is a few days later. The temperature is beautiful outside. I think today is in the 30s or 40s. Let me check. It's a lot warmer than the other day. I can guarantee you that. Yeah, it's 43 right now. So a lot of the snow has melted. It's above freezing. But I'm getting ready to pull the head. I have a few errands to run today. So I'm going to try to pull the head, drop the exhaust manifold, and drop the oil pan, see if we could get at least one of the rods out. So cylinder number 4, a few videos ago I was kind of scraping at it because the edge looked kind of funny. I think that's the first one we're gonna pull. So cylinder number 4 is coming out immediately. Also, I'm gonna spare you the head pulling process because you guys have seen that a few times already. So I'll pull it and then we'll go on after that. All right, heads off. That cheap head gasket left some residue, but this cylinder, it's kind of hard to tell, but on the edge right here, see how it's kind of not right. That's why I suspected something's wrong with this piston. The rest of them look okay. Yeah, even that one, just a little bit like on this side right here, right there. But doesn't matter either way. We're gonna rip into it, figure out exactly what's wrong with it. Yes, sir. Okay, so next step is to take the exhaust manifold off, and then from there we'll drain the oil and then drop the pan. Right. Yeah, that looks good. All right. So maybe taking off this exhaust. Eventually I would like to get this exhaust fixed, so right here I want to get this chopped off, extended back, chop this off back here, and then put in a, actually chop that off a little bit back farther, put in a cat and a flex pipe. About the flex pipe will go about right here, so that's between the subframe, so kind of by the axle area. Probably put a flex pipe right here, then a union, cat, then 2.5 all the way out. I don't know why they reduced it down, so they reduced it down here, then they use a slip pipe, still reduced, then they reduced it even more here, and then it sets back up to 2.5. So all of that nonsense will go away soon. Okay, let's drop the pan, pull cylinder number 4, and then we'll see what happens from there. For the oil that I'm using, I like to use Shell Rotella. I think it's T4, 540, 5W40 full synthetic. It's a diesel oil, but it has a lot of vitamins and minerals. It's good for the bearings and all that. It's a really heavy duty oil, really stout, and for the price, it's very good. Still a little on the spendy side, but all in all, not too bad. Oil looks good. Like I said, a lot of assembly lube in there, so it kind of has a kind of grayish hue, and then the oil has a brownish hue, so you can kind of see how the two colors are a little different. But no metal shavings, which is really good. Yeah, looking really good actually. All right, the pan is pretty much done draining, so now we zip everything off. And I forgot the 10 on top. Oh, never mind. No, I didn't. Is this thing about to die? Okay. Alright, got the pan off, and I mean, so far everything's looking good. The motor's brand new. So for the rods, I have, these are max Piston rods, and as you can see, I had to notch the girdle right here, and then a little bit up underneath, or no, right here, and oh yeah, the block. Guess you could kind of see in there, it's really smoothed off, but right by the tip of my finger there, you can kind of see how it's ovaled. That's the bottom of the cylinder, so that had to be notched as well for the rods to go through. Right now I'm going to turn the motor over, because you can see 2 and 3 are down right now. I want to get access to 4, and it's all the way up there. So I'm gonna turn it down, get access to 4, then pull it out through the top and see what it's looking like. I have a very sneaky suspicion that it is bad. So I like to put it in this position. So this is the center of the girdle. I like to put that bolt in the front, and then, or in the front gap, and then this bolt all the way to the front of the girdle. It just makes it a lot easier to get access to it. Same with number 1, you can kind of see here. Alright, so this is a 11 millimeter 12 point. This is the one I'm using, and this is what it looks like on the inside. So what I like to do, crack it loose. I forgot I still need to move this over a little bit. Crack this loose. Crack it loose. Crack it loose. And then I go all the way out and then back in a few threads, give it a few taps, and then all the way back out again. So all the way out. Then we go back in a few threads. Same with this. All the way out, back in a few threads. And then you take your extension and your socket. Oh, I don't have a hammer, do I? No. I do have a hammer. And you give it a little tap. 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 I don't know if you saw it jump up just now, but she moved. Now you could take this all the way out and put this in a nice clean environment. I have a clean pan over there that I use for the oil pan bolts. Take that out. And then you should be able to kind of push the piston up a little bit. Or start pushing the rod up with the piston, and then rotate this around and slide the cap out. Now the cap goes in a specific way, so you can see the numbers. Those numbers go towards the back. And the bearing is not in there. So on the crank still. Looking pretty good. Normal wear. Not too bad. A little more wear than I would like, but overall not too bad still. Alright, so I'm gonna move this back a little bit. So I could see up inside, and push the rod out through the top. So I don't know if you can see that. The rod is right here. And push this straight to the moon. Actually, I wonder if this is too big. Yeah, that might be a little too big. I heard something pop. It's almost there. Here it is. And let's go to the top. And here it is. Piston number 4. Oops, sorry, that was not in the camera. Okay, let's take a look together. Boom. There it is. It's kind of weird that's happening on the sides. I don't think that's burn marks, so. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. This looks a little too uniform to be a burn mark. I don't know. That's a strange looking mark. Usually, actually, yeah, right there. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it started to go right there. Alright, so I'm going to continue taking the rest of the rods and pistons out. And then, yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next week. Or whenever, I guess. Hopefully there's not too much damage. I'm looking at cylinder 1. It looks eh. But yeah, hopefully there's not too much damage, and then we could just have a nice smooth sail continuing this journey. Hopefully the car runs soon too.